Okoye, meanwhile, took the lump of chalk, drew some line on the floor, and then painted his big toe. As he blocked the collar, Unoka played to their innocence for life and healthy, and for protection against their enemies. When they had eaten they talked about many things, about the heavy rain which were drowning the yams, about the next ancestor feast, and about the impending war with the village of Mbaino. Unoka was never happy when it came to wars. He was in fact a coward and could not bear the sight of blood. And so he changed the subject and talked about music. And his face beamed. He could hear in his mind, ear, and bloodstreaming and intricate rhythms of the ekwe and the udu and the ogene. And he could hear his own flutes weaving in and out of them, decorating them with colorful and plaintive turns. The total effect will be gay and then brisk. But if one picked out the flute as it went up and down and then broke into the short snatches, one saw that there were sorrows and grief there. Okoye was also a musician. He played on the ogene, but he was not a failure like Unoka. He had a large barn full of yams and he had 3 wives. And now he was going to take the Idemile title, the third highest in the land. It was a very expensive ceremony, and he had gathering all the resources together. That was in the third reason we had come to see Unoka. He cleared his throat and began. Thanks.
That was many years ago, 20 years or more, and during this time, Okonkwo fame had grown like a bush fire in Hamatan. He was tall and harsh, and his bushy eyebrows and wide nose gave him a very sick look. He breathed heavily, and it was said that when he slept, his wives and children in their houses could hear him breathe. When he walked, his heels hardly touched the ground, and he seemed to walk on springs, as if he was going to pounce on somebody. And he did pounce on people quite often. He had a slight stammer, and whenever he was angry and could not get his words out quickly enough, he would use his fists. He had no patience with unsuccessful men. He had died 10 years ago. In his day, he was lazy and improvident, and he was quite incapable of thinking about tomorrow. If any money came his way, and it seldom did, he immediately bought cards of palm wine, called around his neighbors, and made merry. He always said that whenever he saw a dead man's mouth, he thought the folly of not eating what one had in one's lifetime. Unoka was, of course, a debtor, and he owed every neighbor some money, from a few cowries to quite substantial amounts. Thank you.